So today we actually gonna perform a service to the XDiavel, which means we are actually gonna do an oil change. And as well, one of the things that I like to do is instead of having to clean the air filter, I will just replace it. So what we need for this is gonna be really simple. We're gonna need a oil filter. So for the XDiavel E on the Cayenne Performance, it's actually the Cayenne 153. That's the one for the XDiavel. On oil, I always take what the full synthetic, and then what the constructor Ducati recommends. It's 15W50. I always take full synthetic just because of I know that I'm always on high revs and it's always better to go full synthetic. It's going to be 4 liters, so 1.05 gallons, but we may need a tiny bit more, so I still have a little bit more on the back, but 1 gallon should be enough, but I will let you know. And then on the air filter, you can go to the Cayenne website and you can actually find the part that it's for the XDiavel. I know that Ducati only recommends, right now I have 9,000 miles. At 9,000 miles, they only recommend to actually just clean the air filter. But to be honest, I know that it's really dusty around and I don't like to just clean it. I think that, it's way better to replace it. You don't have to replace it until the 30,000 miles, I believe. So you have some rooms, but for me, honestly, I just prefer to replace it. It's 50 bucks. I don't want to be washing it, and it's maybe not going to be washed correctly. It's maybe not going to be the best, So might as well, the thing that I prefer to do is just replace it as well. So on this video, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you how to change the oil and oil filter on the XDiavel. Step 1, we actually going to dismount the bottom panel right there to get access to the screw that's going to release all the oil, and also to be able to have access to the oil filter that's right there. We're just going to replace it. What I recommend is to use a pan like this one. You can find one on Amazon. I think I paid $5 for this one. But yeah, get a pan so you can put it under, collect all the oil, and then that's it. I will put some links on the parts that you need. So basically the oil filter, the oil, and probably also as well the air filter if you guys want. It's going to be really simple, and I will show you how to do so. One of the other things that we need to take in consideration is that the service lights. So I don't have the keys actually. Let me just grab the key. There you go. Now I have the key. So mine is actually due right now. So there you go. Normally you will find an orange mark that it's going to be the same one as this little battery over there, or calendar. But it's going to be orange, and here is going to be -20, -15, -16. That means that it's the days that are remaining for the annual service. Mine is due since yesterday, so now it's in red. It says annual. For this mileage, which is, I have 8,650 miles. You don't need to change the valves or anything. It's just basically an oil change. Make sure that everything is tied up, and clean the air filter. So I'm not gonna pay 300 bucks, or well, mine actually sometimes charge even up to 600 bucks. I'm not gonna pay 600 bucks. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the service myself. It's really easy, just an oil change the air filter, and I'm gonna save some money. Right now, between oil filters, between the oil and the oil filter, I spend like maybe 40 bucks, and I know that I'm gonna be changing the oil filter. Sometimes dealers, they don't do it. They just change the oil, which is I found out to be really lazy. It's define the purpose. Unless it has like really high mileage, they do change it. But for low mileage like this, I know they're not gonna change it. I've been there, friends work there. They're like, yeah, we don't change it until like 10,000 miles, even though they charge for it. So, you know, I'm gonna spend 40 bucks, make sure that I have quality stuff, that I have really quality things, instead of having to pay 300 to 600 bucks. And then at the same time, I'm gonna actually change the air filter. So the air filter was a little bit more expensive. That one was, the performance was 40 bucks. There's actually a discount right now on K&N. Usually it's 50 something, but right now it's 40 bucks. So, you know, I took advantage of that. I'm like, you know, might as well do it. Performance air filter. If you go for the performance air filter, your bike needs to be tuned. So if not, if you don't have like anything tuned or anything custom, just go for the regular stock air filter. It's still gonna be better than the one that they provide with, which is basically the same. But still, you know, 40 bucks, another 40 bucks, 80 bucks total to do a full maintenance. And then I'm gonna tidy up everything and check everything up myself, instead of spending 300 to 600 bucks. Now, the thing is, for the light, is you need the DDS to change the light, which means that you absolutely need to bring it to the dealer to have that reset. So for that, there's two options. Either you know your dealer and they're really friendly and they come to you and they're like, okay, we will reset the light for you. Sometimes they actually charge, you know, 20, 30 bucks. Or option two, which is a little hack. You go on the menu and change the date, which I will show you at the end as well how to do so. Basically, you go 1 year back and you will have another year or two. Well, basically the computer will think that it's, you know, a year ago, so it won't bother with the light. So up to you guys. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start working on the bike and show you that. I'll probably put it on full speed. That way you don't have to bother you, I don't have to bother you with all the details, but pretty much that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I dismounted the bottom part, which wasn't really required, but I did it still. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the pan right here underneath. And on this part, as you see, I actually cleaned it up. It was a little bit dark, but right now you see this little screw here. That's what we're gonna take out, and all the oil is gonna start falling down like crazy. So if you can see here, let me try to hold this. There you go. Should be able to see it. I'm gonna try to focus on it. There you go. There you go. And you will unscrew this part over here. Oh, it's actually untight. That's good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to fully unscrew it. There you go. There you go. There we go. So we're gonna unscrew this and then we'll see all oil will start squirting down. Try to get the O-ring as well with it. There we go. All that squirting. Put this in the corner for a sec. So now you would just wait until this gets empty and we will screw it back. Once we screw it back, we'll change the oil filter and put some oil. Now we're gonna pass on the other side, and what we're gonna do, hope we can get this one, it's the oil filter is right here, so it just should be hand tight, can be a little bit strong. Just unscrew this part, that's the oil filter. Mine was a little bit too tight, so I had to use a some wrenches. There you go. Now you will see everything is going to be squirting down here too. There it is. There you go. Put it on the pan, and some oil will come up. Let it leak. That's fine. What I do recommend also to make this process a little bit faster is on the other side. Where is it? No, actually on that side. We can unscrew this part over here on top, and that will, allow the flow to go faster. So you can do that too. That way, all the oil, leave it for a couple of minutes, like probably 5-10 minutes, so all the oil gets down, and then we're gonna tie it up, put the new filter, and do all that. Yeah. So now that you have a new filter, what you're gonna do is you're gonna unwrap it. What I do recommend is take some of the old oil, put it all around the O-ring. Put a couple of it, you don't need much. You can put some of it around the O-ring, the rubber part here. Make sure that it's clean, it's just oil. Put some around just to make sure that everything is gonna slide and glide well. Once you do this, you can come back here, put it back, and start screwing it in. There you go, here it is. So we will put it back. Keep it hand tight, not too tight, but it needs to be tight anyway. What I do recommend, since I'm really weak on my hands, you can tighten it up a little bit, but not too much, just enough so it gets in it. Not too tight much, but enough so it's tight. If you have a wrench, I think there's some specification that you can use that are on your manual. Here it is. See, it's tight enough, but not too tight. There you go. This is quick. There we go. Right there. Tight enough, not too much. Once we do that, we're gonna take this port on. You can see there's some rubber. Clean it really well because it's actually a little magnet that has all the little metal parts that are in your engine. So this little magnet, I would recommend it to really clean it really well. It has all these little magnet part, as all the little metal parts are coming out from your engine. So really clean it as much as you can. And once it's clean, put it back on it. We cleaned it correctly. We did put it back right there. Tied it up really hard. From there, go to the other side, unscrew this part, and then put some oil in it. So I just put oil in it. So as you can see, it's actually full. Once I'm gonna turn it on, it will actually go back to the, take the key. Do I have the key? I don't have the key. Again, here it is. So now that I have the key, and I will put it in my pocket and just leave it there. Key on, ignition, and then we turn it on. Level will get down. The more you turn it on, it will get lower and lower. Now the next step is going to change the air filter. So what we're going to do is we're going to untie this bolt over here, take the cover up, and then change the air filter. Take off, you have to unscrew that bolt. Once you lift it, there's a couple of cables that you need to unplug. Then you're going to have a covered air box that you have on top of it. Unbolt the 4 screws, taking it out. And then you will see the air filter will be right there. So this one is not that dirty, but I'm gonna change it anyway. Here it is, we put the new one, so now we're gonna put everything back together. All right, so we put everything back together, changed the air filter, put the belly pan back again, check that there's no leaks, so for that, it's really easy. Just go underneath, check that under the screws, there's no leaks, there's no oil coming out, that everything is good.
So as you can see, there's a tiny bit of oil there. Probably gonna have to tighten it a little bit more. And then we should be all good to go. I went for a ride a little bit just to make sure that everything was okay, that was fine, that there's no leaks. So as you can see, there's a little bit of oil coming out. Tank went back, connected everything back together. And now the service is done. So now the next steps is going on the menu. So here the menu, and you can go to info service, and it says oil service. I still have 4,000 miles to go. Desmo service, I have 9,980 miles. So that's what the one that's gonna have the readjustment of the readjustment of the valves. That's probably the one. The oil service says 4,000. Well, my ass, I just changed the oil. Just want to make sure everything is okay. I'm not gonna wait that much. Could be dangerous, so I do it usually every 5,000 to 6,000 miles, just to be sure and make sure that everything's okay. Annual service, you can see here I have the 26th of June, as you can see there. So that's why my thing went out. So I cannot change this. So that's why. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna change the date set year. Go 1 year down. And try to get out. Memory, why it doesn't go out? Set, done, set, done, set, done. Memorized, there you go. You have to hold it. Once you memorize it, exit. Exit, boop, disappear. That's it. The light has disappeared, so now I don't have to have that light of the blinker. What's going to happen is going to remind me for next year, thinking that it's 2018. By that time, I'm probably going to hit the 30,000 miles, which will need the revalve adjustment. So at that time, I will probably bring it on the dealership, unless I take the courage to do it myself, and I will make a video out of it. But that's it. So I've changed the oil, changed the air filter. As I said, you don't really need to change the air filter for the, so in this I have 8,000 miles on it. The reason I do it is, one, it's better. The K&N air filter, it's better. The bike is tuned for it, so might as well do the upgrade. The engine's gonna breathe better. If I clean it, I could clean the Ducati one, that ones that come with the bike, the AOM, but I don't think it's a great quality. I prefer to put the K&N. If you can, might as well, you know, if you're just gonna take it out and just wash it and put it back, might as well, you know, spend the 40 bucks and just do it yourself. Same total oil filter, and the air filter, I spent around, it was 40 plus another 40, yeah, it was probably 80 bucks. I spent 80 bucks total to do the service. Now the only thing I need to do is just make sure that every bolt is tight, everything is tight, and there's no leaks, and we're pretty good to go. So basically a full service, which actually it's a better service because they change the air filter. Usually they just clean it and that's it, period. Also, some of the times what the dealers do, instead of changing the oil filter, what they do is they just, leave it there and just change the oil, and that's it. So I prefer to spend, 80 bucks, do it myself, make sure that it's quality product, that it's really great product, and just do it myself, and everything is gonna be okay. As you see, it's really easy to do. So yeah, I mean, just do it yourself for 80 bucks and that's it. It's really easy. You can save a lot of money. Check with your dealership, how much will they cost you to do the annual service. Ask them, hey, for the annual service on the Xdiavel, you will see, it will vary between 350 and 600 bucks. 350, 600 bucks, even if I go to the lower part of it, 350, I just spend 80 bucks and I have new stuff, new air filter, new oil filter, and brand new oil. And what oil? I had like really great oil. For me, the oil that I had lasted for, actually I did 6,000 miles with it. And this is the color of my oil. This is what actually came out from the bike. This is it. As you can see, and I'm trying to get it as much as I can, it is dark, it's black, it's not good at all. Look at it, it's really not good. Originally it was this color, greenish, almost transparent. So see, 6,000 miles, that's what it does to your engine. So might as well just change it yourself. Your bike is gonna be running better, it's gonna last longer. And you're gonna do that for 80 bucks. As I said, 80 bucks, and not even 80 bucks. If you just wanna change the oil and change the oil filter, that's 40 bucks. That's it, 40 bucks. Clean your oil filter if you want, and that's it, you're ready to go. If not, you really wanna do a good thing to your bike and put like a really nice new filter for a high quality filter, 80 bucks. That's all what it's gonna cost you. So yeah, there you go. Let me know what you think. As you can see in the video, it's really easy. If you have any questions, feel free to put it on the comments. I will be able to answer them as much as and as fast as I can. And let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the bike, of the process, how easy it is. Also, let me know your dealers, depending on where you live, how much do they charge for the annual fee, for the annual service? Let me know how much does your Ducati dealer charge for your annual service on an Xdiavel. Put that in the comment, and that way we can see and we can compare. But as I said, 80 bucks, new oil filter, all brand new, good synthetic oil. There you go, easy. Make sure you just subscribe and put like on the video, and I will be looking forward to hear from you guys. See ya.